Oh, what? So I know I said in my last video, I was going to pretty much kind of let you guys know where I've been. So welcome to a little chit chat. I'm already ready, so it's not really get ready with me. It's just a little chit chat to let you guys know where I've been. So as you can see, I don't have the most glamorous job in the world, but this I am getting ready to go to my part-time job. So I had to pretty much pick up a part-time job because, you know, I fell behind on some bills. This is real life. And, you know, it's not, like I said, the most glamorous job in the world. And so yeah, I'm overqualified for a lot of stuff. So that's a problem that I ran into, especially when it comes to the pay factor. I have well over 20 plus years in retail management. And so I'm very satisfied at my full-time job. Like my full-time job, I do makeup. I mean, as you can see, faces beat down, but, at my full-time job, I get paid pretty decent. And, you know, I just wanted some extra money. I mean, guys, next year we're going to be going to Korea. So I have to save for that. I've been going to some concerts back in July, and I went to Texas in June, Atlanta to see Beyonce in July, and then at the end of July, if you follow my vlog, if you don't, you should go ahead and subscribe. We pretty lit over here. But I ended up having to do an emergency move because my last apartment that I had mold in it, and unfortunately I have to, you know, take legal action against my former landlord. So I had to do an emergency move, and these things cost money. And the apartment that I'm currently in is way more than what I'm talking about way more than what I was paying before. And not only that, I had to start over with new furniture because a lot of the stuff that I had molded. So it's like my finances, I drained a good bit of my savings and stuff. And so I ain't, you know, not that I ain't too proud to beg, but at the end of the day, unless I can handle it by myself, unless I can't handle it by myself, I'm not going to burden somebody else and ask for help. And, you know, the older that I get, as long as I can put food on my table, as long as I have a roof over my head, baby, I'm not too good enough for no job. So now back in the day, I probably would have been like, you know, I'm not going to work at a gas station because of blah, blah, blah. And plus I needed something third shift that I was going to be able to maintain. So of course, you guys can see I work at Circle K. And I needed something at nighttime that it doesn't interfere with my daytime job too much, but the way that I typically do my schedule, what works for me is, you know, I worked at my full-time job earlier today. So typically I'll work 9.5 hours at my full-time job, come home for about 2.5 hours. Excuse me, come home for about 2.5 hours, and then I'll go to work from 10 p.m. and get off typically at 6 a.m. And yes, that might be a lot for some people, but of course I'll get off 6 a.m. in the morning, and then I'm off from my full-time job tomorrow so that I can sleep. I'm going to do this. I am pretty much giving myself till about November. I feel like November is a good time for me to see if I've caught up, if I'm comfortable, just kind of you know, how I'm feeling with this, because it's going to give me some time to save up some money. And then who knows, I may let this go, I may stay. I don't know. The ball's in my court, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm in a good place right now where I'm not financially struggling anymore. So yeah, that is kind of what's been going on now. I will say some other things have suffered a little bit. I haven't been as present on YouTube, and it's been a little hard. It's been a little hard, not gonna lie, because like, of course, my actual off days, I'm sleeping them away. I'm not getting up until probably about 2 in the afternoon. I feel like by that time, my body's not used to sleeping like in the daytime. So I'm like trying to get up and do this and that and try to enjoy somewhat the rest of my day. But that's just kind of where I'm at now. The biggest thing with working at a gas station at night, is it safe? You know, so far, I don't know where there's some wood at right here. We're gonna knock on wood. I have been okay so far, but of course, like there's certain things that I have had to change per se, about, you know, my routine. Of course, you know, thankfully I have my best friend. She'll get up anytime at night and be like, girl, just call me if you need something. Or like there's been times when she stayed on the phone with me and has been like silent while I've had somebody kind of sketchy in the store, and she's like, girl, I'll dial 911 if I have to, if I hear some commotion. Other things like wearing my Apple Watch in case, you know, I can't get to my phone or my phone is charging somewhere in the corner. I've got service on my watch. I can easily boop 911, and, you know, things like that make the difference. Of course, family, friends, everybody knows where I work. So, yeah, like I said, it's not as bad. Plus, like, the area is not, it's not hood. Okay, it's not too hood. But, yeah, this is just kind of where I've been, what I've been doing. I don't think if anybody is going through like a situation where they are like needing money, I don't think you should feel ashamed to do what you got to do. Little fun fact that some of you may or may not know before, back when I quit Ulta back in 2017, I drove Uber and Lyft. I did it for a couple months. It paid my bills. Not one time did my lights get turned off. Not one time was I not able to feed myself. And, you know, it took care of what it needed to take care of. So like, shit, even if you got to go work at McDonald's, I don't feel like you should be too proud, because at the end of the day, a job is a job, and you never know. We are all one paycheck away from being homeless, honey. Like in this economy, things are crazy. So like, hey, if you feel like you too good to go work here, there, and everywhere, then baby, that's on you. But one thing about me, I like to live a certain kind of lifestyle. I like to be comfortable. So like, you know, that's just me though. But that's just kind of where I've been. I just wanted to catch you guys up to speed, up to date, and let you know that I am not abandoning my channel or anything. I did post like a little late vloggy vlog so that you guys just can kind of see when I went to a K-pop concert, because I love K-pop. I love K-pop. I love anime. If you follow my channel, then you know that. But if you don't follow my channel, that's me every day, all day. And so, yeah, just want to catch you guys up to speed, and I'm going to try to vlog some more next weekend. I'm going to be able to really get some content because I have next weekend off, and I'm going to have like a couple days off to where I can actually like film content, fun stuff, instead of just like absolutely work stuff. So absolutely work stuff. But yeah, guys, I am gonna go ahead and get out this house because your girl gotta make that money, honey. So I will see you later. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe as always. And because, you know, the gas station, it can be a little fun sometimes. It can be a little fun. It's pretty laid back. I mean, I'm just ringing up. I'm not doing anything too strenuous. Now there's certain things I ain't gonna do. We ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, you might see me in my little day-to-day there once I start doing some more lifestyle vlogs, because I actually got out of doing vlogs because I wasn't sure if anybody liked them. Nobody was really watching them. People was watching my makeup content, and so I just kind of switched the vlogs off for a little bit, and now I kind of want to get back into it. We're in Vlogtober anyway, not committing to that because I can't. But yeah, let me get out of this house. I feel like I'm rambling, and so I feel like I'm rambling, but my makeup is fire. And I'll see you later. Peace.